Welcome, everybody, to this week's episode of Dropping the Hammer. I am your host, Warhammer. Um, I want to say I'm super excited to be able to do this episode. Yes, I am doing it as a pre-recorded episode again, but the fact I'm doing it early on Sunday, the fact that I made it home in one piece. I mean, it's taken me 3 months to be able to do that. I wow, the drive home, I saw so many deer, but with my new headlights, I'm able to really see the deer on the side of the road, and they're not making it to the road. Um, so avoided the deer, past the area where I hit the ice. We made it home in one piece. We are very happy. uh, I I want to say that this weekend I was very blessed. Um, Not only uh, did I get taken care of very well. Taken, I don't think that's proper English. Taken very good care of. Taking proper care. They took very good care of me and my uh, group, Sons of Plunder. Exist to inspire, put on a show, the vision, and I'm not sure if it was 100% their vision, but I'm pretty sure it was in the 90 percentile, 95, 97, 98% where they wanted. That says a lot about the show. That says a lot about the locker room. That says a lot about the company. That says a lot about the fans. That says a lot about everything involved. Man, I I just I can't thank everybody enough. I can't. Where do I begin? So, first off, on the way to Lufkin, I stopped by. On the way to Silsby, I stopped by in Lufkin to see what you see behind me, the Renegade Beard Club of Texas. So I've been a member. I told you about that when I joined. I got patched in just the other week. So full-fledged member, ordered a flag. I got some patches in. So I stopped by to see the chapter president, Dalton. Really nice guy. Told me they weren't ready when I got there, but when I come back by, that he will have some cookies for me that his wife made me. So on top of the flag, I got my patches for the club, and these boys have taken such good care of me. I couldn't even begin to describe it. This one I really dig. I got your six, and it's not over. Um, it's a gentleman there that is going to be doing our new logos for all our beard oils. Like I said, we've got 3 oils that are doing really well. We're working on a feminine line. Um, we're gonna have a summer and a winter scent. It's just, man. On top of that, Sons of Plunder beard wash. So this is the first edition Raiders Camp. We pretty much sold out of our Raiders Camp oil. It did really well. The mead hall was the second, and um, we never reproduced the first Raiders Camp. Uh, he was very low. on his supplies. I was near completely out. I had a hard time finding the bottles because what every time we do this, we end up labeling and doing some quick labels, and I ended up the ones I didn't have any that were labeled Raiders Camp, so everything I've got said Mead Hall because it was Mead Hall. But now we have a line, we have a way of getting some really nice labels, and I cannot wait. But it's through the Renegade Beard Club that I'm able to get these labels for ours, and I gave my chapter president a bottle of the Raiders Camp oil, and he was ecstatic to get that. So Dalton, it was great meeting you. I'm gonna so Emmy Grace Bakery out of Lufkin, Texas. She made me some. It looked like a dozen. I didn't count. I just started eating. So these are I called them boneless, and it made some people laugh. They're chocolate chip, and they got a little. I'm gonna say possibly pink Himalayan sea salt or some kind of sea salt on top, just to kind of balance it out. I'm gonna. Mm, mm. They're that good. Almost done. I apologize. But yes, those cookies were really good. Soft chocolate, a little bit of salt to counterbalance and make the chocolate pop. The salt kind of makes it to where it's not too sweet, gives you a little something else to work with in your mouth. I'm not a big fan of sweet and salty, but it definitely works. These are amazing cookies. Emmy Grace Bakery out of Lubkin. If anybody can look them up, order some stuff. You will not regret it. I gotta open a drink. Hang on. It's just tea. Right. So, yes, a brother in the beard club is going to help us with our oils and labels. That's going to go tremendous. I cannot wait. But back to the show last night. Showing up to the venue. It's one I'd been to many times, but walking in, and they basically stopped us immediately, and they said, before you do anything, there's food in the back. Go eat right now. I had eaten some snacks. I ate some jerky, some protein chips, and a little bit of sweet tea on the ride down, but was hungry, was needing some food. Being able to eat. There was salad, there was chicken Alfredo, and there was lasagna and rolls from a local Italian restaurant. Mm, that hit the spot, guys. Man. I don't remember the name. Let me go into it. I do. Let's see if I can do it quickly because I want to give the shout out. It's right here. Someone said it was Joe's Italian restaurant in Silsby. Someone said it was the best lasagna he'd ever had. Oh, Debo. Debo said it was the best lasagna he'd ever had. And that's saying something if Unk's got something to say about it. So, man, I ended up having a big plate of chicken Alfredo. And then after a little while, was still kind of hungry. Took one of the rolls, opened it up, put some lasagna, smashed it in the middle, shoved it, and ate it like a sandwich. That hit the spot. And I went back to doing what I do. Now, almost relatively unscathed in the match, relatively little car trouble. The new War Wagon has a electrical ground issue. We were able to diagnose at 11 p.m. Something I had previously noticed, but didn't know that was the issue. It's not a battery issue. I had full power, but once the ground cable got messed with, that's when the circuits reset and everything. So it is what it is. Something I can fix, something I can have fixed easy, and it will be rectified. Now, as part of the match, I did all the damage to myself. I got a little bit of a scrape on one side. I was throwing some headbutts, and I caught one of the guy's overalls, and there were metal. Caught him right in the overalls. Pink a couple times. Smart, right? The other one, when I went into the rumble, I baseball slid in, and there's a patch about this big on my thigh where just, and it just, oh man, carpet burn, rug burn, whatever you want to call it. But it's, as soon as you put your hands on your thigh, like that's exactly it. So put my hands on my thigh often, and bam. So it's been a painful morning, but again, I'm ecstatic. Still made it home. It was 2 a.m. Slept all day. Woke up around 8 because I have a hard time sleeping past job time. So ended up going back to sleep. Slept till about noon. Got up and I needed food. Sat here, ate nearly an entire pizza. So this is put out around as recorded around 5 o'clock. So I'm just a couple hours early, but I am gonna do some other things. I still have laundry and stuff. I work nights here coming up this next week, so that's no big deal. But I'm, getting ready to shift my schedules. So that's what I plan to do the rest of the day. I'm going to take care of myself, but I'm going to talk about this match for a little bit, and then I'm going to get off here. I want to, first off, I'm not going to break the kayfabe on who those Luchas are. Now, that's their name, so I'm not just, I can't, that's their name. I'm not just calling them Those Luchas. It's not derogatory. That's their name, Those Luchas. Now, it's funny, they had a similar idea as something I was going to do, and it was, I was going to be a white lucha, and basically my name would be that white boy. And so these guys have very similar mindsets to what's going on in my head. So it makes me laugh because they're just a couple years younger than me. So, but they're running together. It's fun. It's funny. This was one of my favorite matches. I'm gonna put it up there with the midget matches. I'm gonna put it up there with the Maui Mike match. It may not have been a real match. There wasn't a whole lot going on, but not one person could look away. They were laughing from the moment Those Luchas came out. Obviously, Sons of Plunder came out first at the stage. Right? Hammer strike. We broke the ring, the brand new ring. We apologize, fellas. We will no longer be doing our hammer strikes on the entrance. Set the stage for our, I don't want to say rigidity, but our stoicness, our aggressive nature. Record scratch moment of the movie. Those Luchas came out and it was a blast. I don't think, no, one of them I think could continue because he did a lot of stuff throughout the night. But the other one, the other Lucha, I think was gassed, just entertaining, doing all the antics and not, yes, they had to take a couple bumps, but I at one bump each, I think that's an easy night for any wrestler. But after this match, I've got so many ideas for a rematch. But in one of this moments, one of the guys did something big, so he ran around and high-fived everybody in the crowd, and then got in the ring and started high-fiving people. Came over to me for a high five, and I kind of acted like I was gonna high five him, but then he just grabs my head and boom, bonks my head into the turnbuckle, and then went back to, I did it, a high five. I know I had to turn my head at one point because I started laughing, and I can't be an ass kicking Viking while laughing at someone being silly. It kind of killed it for me, but it was so fun. I know both of them said they enjoyed that. There was nothing major. It was great, smooth. And then even when we went into the Rumble, it got kind of a little, not sure. This is the first time I've been in a Rumble where we only had 5 people in at the entire time. Normally you can get a few more in before you start eliminating people, but it did make it more believable as a Rumble. These guys are continuously fighting and they've got a minute before somebody else shows up. If they can put their opponent out, all the better. But new guy in every minute and a half. So it was still enjoyable, still fun. For their first show, Exist to Inspire Wrestling's debut show, amazing. Now, I'm not giving away logistics or anything, but having a productive show after payout is tremendous. Being profitable is the whole game. Being able to invest in the next show is always the next option. We made money today. We put it into tomorrow. We put it into the rainy day because we got to look to the future. Now they're saying their next show maybe in April-ish, maybe a little bit off. I'm not too sure. I believe the next show will be Joint Forces. I'm just not sure when that show is. So I will find out more information. We'll get that to you. But I need to rest some more. I do apologize. But being able to not miss a day to some foolery, to some unforeseen circumstances, even doing this pre-recorded, something I knew I was going to do today, but just being able to get it out. I'm learning, I'm figuring things out. I'm able to streamline my life, fix the complications that I'm having, just like the vehicle. Took a little time last night, but I know where the lead to the fix is. Just like I'm able to take care of this. I'm able to do things necessary, and I'm going to do them better and continuously improve. I know sometimes I do short videos. The last little bit have been almost an hour long, and one of them was during the Super Bowl. I'm thankful for everybody's attention, thankful for your time, but I also don't want to monopolize it a lot of times. So when I do talk for 20 minutes, I feel that that's a long time, especially just talking about wrestling or my accident or my boo-boos. But all in all, this was a fantastic show. I had a great weekend. The negatives that were brought up are easily addressed. They will not be replicated. There weren't issues with Sons of Plunder. That's not the issue. Even if we did damage a board, we can just move the board. That's no big deal. But we will change our entrance, and we will start thinking about that in the future. This is not the first time Hammer has broken a board, regardless of the age of the boards. I do not want to continue doing this, and do not want to jeopardize working with somebody because we have damaged their ring. So we will be changing our entrance. Learning as we go, just like I try to do. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I do apologize that it's pre-recorded. We may start doing pre-records from now on, just because I can crank out a lot and then just schedule them in advance, because that's what I have to be at least less than 24 hours in advance. So if I've already got a video cut, I can just go ahead and put it out there, and that will free up my time. I can spend an entire day cutting some videos. I know I can redo a bunch of videos from the original Dropping the Hammer, when it was just on Facebook, or just on Facebook and the YouTube channel that I had no control over. So when it was being broadcast by the others on the network I was a part of. So that was a bunch of Viking lore, some mythology stuff. That was what's in your bag. That was bits of my gear and all the importance of it. So, you know, I can do a lot of content and get it out really quickly, or schedule it out like I like to do, or try to do, but that way it's a little easier on me, but it'll give everybody else some more variety as well. But I do enjoy all the comments. I do read all the comments on the posts. So thank everybody for tuning in. Again, I still am working with the Silver Lining Club, the gemstone infused clothing, W Energy as well. Both of these that I can't even describe all the benefits that I've felt. It's something you have to see for yourself. The clothing feels so much better, with this jewelry, from ancient earth. Like I've said, we're going on a spiritual, metaphysical, somatic journey, and we're learning how these things react with the body. The energy drink, I was looking for something no sugar, no crash, no jitters, no tingles, no ants, and that's usually the branched chain amino acids and stuff like that give you the tingles. But sustained energy, that's what we're working for, right? Working with. So these are still good companies. I highly recommend. I can't recommend them enough. They've helped me. I think they can help you. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Renegade Beard Club. Thank you, Mrs. Beard, for the for the cookies, Miss Emmy Grace. Sons of Plunder beard wash, Sons of Plunder oil. If you want any of this, message me, message Iron Belly. But you can always message me, and I can figure out a way of getting you some merch, some oils, some wash. So let me know what I can do. We are going to start shipping, so we will be going farther than what we can do with table merch. I want to be able to branch out. If somebody orders online, I want to be able to, one of us be able to put that together for them and ship it out. So if you want beard oils, beard wash shipped to you, message me on Facebook, Rumble, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all these things. We'll get you that merch. We got all the ways of taking your money, so we can certainly figure out a way of getting you some merch. So be sure to hammer that like button, to share this with your friends, and tune in next week. And I would like to have an interview with Rika and Gluttony. We'll see if that's still in the cards. See if they've gotten that message that I wanted to discuss with them. We'll see. But tune in next week and we will talk again. So I'm going to go wash my beard. Good night, everybody.